want people at home to understand this part. The average American makes $66,000 a year.
Yeah.
Okay? We have $37 trillion in national debt.
Yes.
Now, all the money I'm about to mention and what we're going to scroll on our screen, and all of this is going to foreign countries. It is not being spent here in America for better schools, law and order.
I think the average tax-paying American should be mad as hell because their tax money is being poorly spent.
All right, let me go to the second question first. I want to know, because people like Joni Ernst and
Joni Ernst has tried for a long time, and she's actually got a lot of good data. Senator Ernst has been really helpful, actually.
Okay, but they actually hide what the real purpose of the spending is. In other words, this is a question. How did you decipher? It will say humanitarian blah, blah, blah in Serbia or Afghanistan. We even give money to China, for crying out loud, which I think is nuts.
We'll give money to the Taliban.
But money to the Taliban.
Like a lot.
All right. So
like, for what?
But
I want to see the pictures of what they did.
But they try to obscure it.
Can I say one thing? Is I watch a clip like that, and I see both of those men sitting there. You've got one of the most amazing businessmen we've ever seen, and just an amazing businessman and just a brilliant. They're both amazing businessmen and brilliant, right? And to think that God's orchestrated a situation where we have Elon Musk, incredibly brilliant, going to Mars, and Donald Trump, who are going through different agencies, pulling out wasteful spending on our behalf. I mean, Lance, I'm thankful to the Lord. I watch that and my heart is just so thankful to God. And it's only been 4 weeks. And I want to say, I'm going to tee you up for this type of commentary, is that you had shared a few weeks ago that we have had a number of revivals in America, but we've never had a reformation. And I watch a clip like that, and I think America is going through a reformation. We are cutting, like Kevin O'Leary saying, we need to cut deep. We need to get through all these bloated, huge, humongous chicken organizations, right? Like he's talking about. So I just wanted to tee you up for that. I don't know if you want to go into that at all or if you want to talk about something else, but I thought that was a pretty prolific statement that you made.
We never had a reformation. So for those of you that are watching the War Room Posse and such, America's the land of revivals. The first Great Awakening, second Great Awakening. If you dig in with our evangelical community, we're going to talk about D.L. Moody and Charles Grandison Finney and George Whitefield and Jonathan Edwards. And we know the places and the characters. We never had a reformation because our country was founded on these biblical principles. And, swear in the Bible when you go into court, swear the whole truth and nothing but the truth on the Bible. The Bible's more, as much as the left wants to say, like, separation of church and state, it's like you cannot separate the God factor from the moral equation of what puts the cement between the bricks that holds us together. So what you have now is a reformation happening. And my concern is, and we've got to get focused on this. You heard O'Leary say midterms. Mm-hmm. We got 2 years with which to sustain this. The left has lost its $1 trillion slush fund. It's multiple trillions. 2 million people are employed by the government. The reality is you could lop off, and O'Leary is totally right. 2 million times 10% is 200,000. Times 20% is 400,000. You could lop off 400,000 government employees and pull the snoots out of the trough of government funding, and you'd never notice it because that's how bloated our bureaucracy is.